The video game business is a game in and of itself. You'll never win unless you keep moving. Staying ahead of the competition is a vital but complicated process, and a few poor decisions could lead to your game over screen. Today, we will take a look at a corporation that was briefly on top of the video game world, Sega. The Sega Corporation originated in 1940 in Honolulu, Hawaii as Standard Games to provide coin-operated amusement devices for servicemen. Sega released the 8-bit Master System in 1985 to compete with the Nintendo Entertainment System. Sega would rise above Nintendo in 1988 when it released the 16-bit Mega Drive, known as the Genesis when released in North America the next year. Sega began an anti-Nintendo ad campaign. Sega helped propel itself to success with its new game and cool and hip mascot, Sonic the Hedgehog. Nintendo would quickly bounce back, however, when it released its own 16-bit console, the Super Nintendo, in 1990. Attempting to prolong the life of its Mega Drive, Sega released two add-ons, the Sega CD in 1991 and the 32X in 1994. Both were gimmicky curiosities that failed to extend the life of the Mega Drive, thanks to the hype of the upcoming Sega Saturn, Sony PlayStation, and Nintendo 64. The 32-bit Sega Saturn was released in the West in 1995. Preceding Sony and Nintendo's consoles. It suffered from poor sales, partly due to Sega's decision to release it early, without informing most retailers or gamers. Sega's final home console was the 128-bit Dreamcast, which was released on September 9, 1999, in North America. Despite the failure of its Japanese launch, the North American launch was extremely successful, selling over 500,000 consoles in its first week. However, the impending launch of Sony's PlayStation 2 distracted the public from the Dreamcast's innovative releases. By 2001, faced with the competition of the PlayStation 2, as well as the upcoming release of Nintendo's GameCube and Microsoft's Xbox in the fall, Sega ceased production of its hardware. Today, Sega exclusively creates software for consoles. It is not known whether they will create any new console in the future. I spoke with Jason Cirillo, founder of RoboTube Games, for his opinion on Sega and Nintendo joining forces.
Well, I will say one thing about Sega, in that they may have had financial troubles around the time when the Dreamcast failed, but they had the good sense to partner with Nintendo. It was good sense on their part because they're doing pretty well now, and it's what fans always dreamed of.
From a cultural recognition standpoint, Sega would be destined to always be in the shadow of its former arch-rival, Nintendo. Now Sega games are not only prevalent on Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo consoles, but now Sonic has appeared in at least 3 games with Mario. While Sega may not be the profit giant it once was, it won't be dead anytime soon. This is Mark Thoreau reporting for Demtech.org.